to record. Now let me find our textbook. Looks like I accidentally closed it. Good morning. So I'm gonna find this first selection. Hello, hello. So our favorite textbook is here for free, and that's the main idea. We already noticed that this is a little bit okay. Go through the class, good plan. So we have this first chapters of the textbook to cover. Yes, there was a question what we're gonna cover or not. Well, first of all, this book was a little bit shrunk compared to the previous one that we used here. So chapters 2, 3 actually used to be 2, 3, and 4. So we going to move after the midterm into a little bit of chapter 4, and then 5, 6, and 7. So chapter 7 will be our last chapter here. So that's the plan, and that's how I guess we're gonna proceed after the midterm exam, which I actually call as a test 1 because it covers chapters 2 and 3 here. So for the midterm that we have next Tuesday, we have a midterm exam. So you should look at 2 chapters. So people keep asking me, Alex, so what should I do? Well, check the lectures. In the lectures, I think I say it in very, very detail what sections are covered. And it doesn't take too long to check the lecture. You just need to click on the recording of the video, and I write these sections in the beginning of the class, so it stays throughout the entire class meeting there. So at any moment you can just click anywhere in that recording and you will see what sections are covered. So I have a feeling that people that ask this just never ever watch any recordings. So I'm wondering, why do I do them? Because this is extremely helpful. And if you really want to study something, then check out the recording, because otherwise you just open the textbook and start doing the exercises. So how would you possibly do them if you were not in class and if you have no idea how to do these problems? Don't check the recording. So that makes me be quite puzzled. But anyways, so the homework sections are here. Homework. And it's going to be due on the day of the midterm, which is Tuesday. And I already received some emails with your homework that I already graded as a maximum. I always give maximum for your work because it's so good that you are practicing. And one recommendation, always put your class. So just tell me, you're in statistics class. I say, so Alex, you can't recognize it's the statistics. Well, actually in MGF, we also do analogous material. That's why, and I have statistic classes and MGF classes. So it takes me a while to figure out what class you're actually in and to who to give this credit. So, because I have like over than 200 students, so I need to go through like 6 rosters and make sure that I find you. And to you, it's much easier just to say statistics. I have one statistics class, so I know for sure who to assign these points to. So please do that. To write the type word statistics takes probably like 2 seconds. It doesn't take too long. And the same is also applied to your midterm exam. So when you be taking a midterm, please email me your work and, well, tell me what class you're in. So this way you will for sure get that grade, because by accident, there's people with same last names. I even had two students in one class with same and last name and the first name. How about that? So it took me a while to figure out how to assign those points and to who. So that was a challenge, right? Same first and same last name and in the same class. So I guess they were twins. That's why for convenience, they had same first name as well. But anyways, it's sometimes it's tricky. So please just type the class. It's so simple, and that I believe it's pretty straightforward. And that's what you should do for every class that you take online. Make sure instructor knows who you are. That's important. So anyways, today we are going to go over your questions. So please tell me what problems you would like me to do. There is a problem that I would like to do for you. It's in the section 3.5 on the page 150 to start. So add 150 was 25, so it'd be like 175. So you get to that section 3.5 right away. Remember, I promised that I will do one of the problems analogous to the second exercise, which is on the midterm, because last time I did the first exercise in very detail, and now I will do the second exercise for you, like problem number 17, which is also from your homework. It says that when they decided to test on HIV, they have the idea that less expensive if combine samples together. So they selected 3 samples and they want to know the probability that positive test result in 3 samples. So the question in exercise number 17 is standard for this section that says find probability that at least one positive. So if you have a sample with a positive test result, then if you mix it with another sample, whether it's positive or negative, the whole thing again will be positive. And no matter how many you add from these 3, it still be positive. So at least one, we always find by using a complement, so probability that none of them are positive, or another way, in other words, they all are negative. Remember? So that's the standard approach to at least one story. So we need to get the probability that none of them are positive, and that we can find by noticing that first needs to be negative, second also must be negative, and same for the third one, because if you get at least one positive, well, then everything will be positive. So for everything to be negative, they all must be negative. Again, once you get one positive mixed with negatives, the whole thing becomes positive. So that's the idea. So I need to know the probability of negative test result. So this is going to be, looks like positive is 0.1. So let me write it here so a little bit more. So probability of negative will be 1 minus probability of positive. So that's a standard complement idea. If you have either positives or negatives, so nothing else is possible. So if it's not positive, it is negative. If it is not negative, it is positive, the complements. So if you know the probability of positive, which is 0.1, then probability of negative will be 1 minus 0.1 or 0.9. So we have 0.9 for first negative, and means times 0.9 for second negative, and times 0.9 for the third to also be negative. So when I multiply these three together. I say, Alex, what is this symbol? Well, it's times. I try to put multiplication. So if you multiply 0.9 with itself 3 times, I'm going to end up with a 0.9 raised to the power of 3. So you subtract this 0.9 cube from number 1, and you will get the answer. And of course, I will use a calculator. So I can take 1 minus 0.9 power 3. I hope by now you know how to enter the power in the calculator. So this is the answer, 0.271. So this be the second exercise for our Tuesday exam. So Tuesday exam will be emailed to everyone analogously to the way I emailed you a practice midterm. So same way by email, you will receive that test. So be ready to take it. I will send it to you earlier. I will send it to you around 8 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to start earlier, do that, because some people say, Alex, I didn't send it to you because I'm at work. So you have to respect that. Yes, of course, I do highly respect that you're working. We need more people like you. But if you went to work at what, probably after class at noon, you could have opened your email at 8 and just do the test before. Not after you got tired at work and you come at night and then you want to take a rest. And instead of it, you just open the computer and doing a math test. So these results are not going to be as good. Open the computer at 8 o'clock in the morning when you're fresh, just woke up and take that test. It will be emailed to you earlier, not at 9:50. And I will give you plenty of time, even if you're at work, so after work, okay, but you should send it to me on Tuesday because we scheduled it for Tuesday. So I don't set a time limits on the exam, but Tuesday is a due date, so I can grade it and post your midterm results on the Blackboard next day on Wednesday. So you will be able to see your grade. I will put 2 grades. One will be midterm, and I will also update your current class grade accordingly with a midterm, with homework, right? We also should get the homework for this class. So make sure that you send it to me anytime from now till the midterm. And again, please just put that you're in statistics class. That will be a big help. So after I grade that on Wednesday, I hope you will check your grade, and then Thursday we can discuss it. So on Thursday, you will know, Thursday next week, you will know your grade for the midterm for the class. If you want to improve it, we can see how this can be done. Don't hesitate, you can talk to me or ask in Zoom chat, whichever way works better for you, because I'm always open towards your ideas how to improve grade. I always think that if you want to do a little extra, I never mind that. It's very good, actually. So keep this in mind. So anything else that you would like me to do or any other questions? So like number 17, I can do problem number 16. Problem number 16 in this textbook is actually very tedious because I don't know why, for some reason, they decided to put 10 elements. That's just too many. I believe in the following versions of this textbook, they used 3 or something, but we can go with a 10. So in the problem number 16, they say there is a batch of 5,000 CDs, and they have 3% defectives. So number of defectives is 0.03. And they say they test 10, and what's the chance that batch will be rejected? So probability of rejection is the same as if you had at least one defect. Because if they test CDs, they're not going to test all 5,000. They decided to test only 10 of them. So if they find defective, they say, we found defective CDs there. At least one, that's it. We don't buy it. So look at the previous exercise. Same exact problem. We need to find the probability that none of them defective, just like here we found the probability that none of them was positive. So how can I find probability that none of these defective? Well, I need to know what's the chances that we don't have a defective when we select the first CD. And means times that we don't have defective when it's a second CD. So we need to select 10 good CDs. So what's the chance of that? So non-defective means the good one. So if you try to find the probability that it's not defective, notice I go with the same exact footprints as in the previous problem. So I need to get a complement to the probability of defective, and probability of defective was 0.03, which means that it's 0.97. So you found the complement to defective. So you take 0.97 chance for the first, 0.97 chance for the second, dot, 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 0.97 chance for the CD number 10. So you multiply 0.97 with itself for 10 times, and that's what you subtract from 1, 0.97 raised to the power of 10. Okay, so let us get the answer here. It's analogous, just different numbers, but there were so minus 0.97, which is raised to the power of 10. And here's the chance that you get at least one, actually, at least one defective. That's 0.2625. Well, I guess few digits is enough. So the chance that batch of these CDs will be rejected is found. So the exercise similar to problem 17. In fact, last time I told you that these two problems is what you can concentrate on in order to prepare for the test. You can also do the previous problems. They be the same. So it's at least one. So you go 1 minus probability of 0 or none of them. So advice is over weekend, redo these problems, and Tuesday morning, make sure you take that midterm that I will email to you. You don't have to log into the Zoom to take this midterm. I will be on Zoom just in case if you need me to help you understand what the question asks, but they be pretty clear. But you can always ask. That's why I will be on Zoom for just in case. So if you have any other ideas, please. If you don't have questions, you can log out and finish up with your homework and send it to me, please. And if you have any questions, you can email to me. I check my email, even on weekend, I still check the email. So don't hesitate. Ask whatever comes in your mind. You can send me homework today or tomorrow or any day. It's due on Tuesday, but if it's ready, then just send it to me because I receive it and I mark in my grade book that I received your homework. So it doesn't matter if it's today or Tuesday or any other day. Just send it to me. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna end this recording for today.